All right, live after yet another disappointing World Cup. Wasim Jaffer with me as we look ahead to New Zealand versus India, the T20I series. Wasim, lots of big players yet again not part of the squad. So my first question is the obvious one. What's your 11 for this first T20I?
Well, I've got my 11 written down, Ronak, as Shubman Gill to open along with Rishabh Pant. I don't know if he'll bat at 5 because I've got Iyer at 3 and Surya at 4 and Hardik being captain. I think he'll bat at 5. So I don't know I don't think Pant will bat at 6. So the best place I always feel is for Pant is to bat at the top of the order. So I put Gill, Pant as 1 and 2. Iyer at 3, Surya at 4, Hardik at 5, Deepak Huda at 6, Washington Sundar 7, Harshal at 8. Then I've got a slash between Kuldeep and Chahal. I would have preferred Kuldeep playing, but you can pick either of them. So Kuldeep and Chahal, either of them at 9. And then I've got Umran and Siraj slash anyone. Siraj was playing before the World Cup, so I guess Siraj might take the preference there at 10 and Arshdeep at 11. So that will be most probably out of those 13, that will be the 11 in my mind.
Okay, so just to re-emphasize, the first question would be about Rishabh Pant. That is where you would like him to get a long run of games now in the T20I side at the top of the order and not in the role that Dinesh Karthik was playing.
Well, I don't think Rishabh Pant has batted there. He's always batted at 4 and 5 for India and even for Delhi Capitals. And sometimes I feel the best place for him to bat because when the fielders are up and if Rishabh Pants get going at the start of the inning, then he becomes a dangerous player. Like he bats in the Test, even in one days, then he's dangerous. Once he got a start and he's 20, 30 not out after the power play, then he's dangerous. Then even with fielders outside, I don't think it matters to him. But when he comes in at number 5, the fielders are outside, the pressure is on him, and for him to start, hitting sixes, which is his strong point, I think it's difficult for him. So I feel the best place, and especially if there is no left-hander after Shikhar Dhawan, we haven't got any left-hander at the top of the order. So I think it's the best place for him. If he gets going, I think he's a kind of a player who we want, to give us a blistering start, which we haven't got it. So I think the best players, and then Iyer, obviously, he was there in the reserve, so he automatically comes in. Surya at 4, Hardik Pandya at 5. So 4 and 5 is literally, is taken care of. So I think then probably the best place for him is at the top of the order.
Right. There are three right-hand batters, similar sort of roles that India might need to decide on. You've gone with Shreyas and Deepak Huda in the middle order. Now, Sanju Samson always has a strong case made for him when he's outside the team. He's been playing that middle order role in the ODI opportunities that he's got. But Shreyas 3, Huda in the middle, and Samson as a reserve. Is that how you see it?
Well, I've picked Huda because he was in the World Cup squad. I mean, obviously, you would want to give the preference to the guy who was in the squad, who only played one game against South Africa, and then you pick another team, and then he doesn't fit into the 11. I don't think it gives the right message. So that is the reason why I've got Deepak Huda at the top. But you can play Sanju Samson as well. I think he's another fine player. Ishan Kishan is there, but then Ishan Kishan obviously bats at the top of the order. So I feel just because he was part of the World Cup squad, then you don't want to sit him out again in a New Zealand series. So that's the reason why, and it gives you that bowling option as well. So that is the reason why I don't know India. Where does India look at Deepak Huda bats? Whether he bats at 6 or whether they're looking at him because he opened in the Ireland ODI, he got 100 there as well. But I don't know. We haven't got any openings there. So, probably he'll find himself playing because the 4 and 5, like I said, Surya and Hardik Pandya, that spot is literally sealed. And then number 3 will be Virat Kohli when he comes back. So I don't see any other spot other than 6 for Deepak Huda.
All right, Wasim, thanks so much for your time and your thoughts. More conversation as this series comes our way.